Hello friends, welcome to this session, and today we will be discussing about the COP. So from past a week I would say you might be hearing this word COP26 Glasgow, okay, in print media or in news, right? So let us discuss today what is the COP. So in this video we will be discussing what is COP, what is history behind it, the current COP26 Glasgow meeting, some basic details about it, the previous COPs meeting, so previous 25 meetings that were held, and some of the references that you can go through and gain more understanding regarding this. Okay, so let's get started. So first, let us start with what is the COP. So is it some abbreviation of some word which is very difficult to pronounce, or this is something else? So let me tell you, the COP, the title of the event that is being taken place, that is the 2021 United Nations Climate Change Conference. United Nations Climate Change Conference. Then why does it called as COP? So let's deep dive into. So the COP is the conference of the parties. The meaning of COP is the conference of the parties. And what is the significance of that? Okay, so what is the COP? What does it do? So let's see one by one. So first, what is COP? So it is a supreme decision making body of the convention. So after 1995, so each year these COP meetings are being held in different part of the world, and these meetings are attended by the representatives and parties of the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, also known as UNFCCC, which was established in the early 1990s. So the parties to the UNFCCC, so they all attend these conference of the parties, and these are attended by tens of thousands of negotiators, the government representatives, the businesses and citizens for over 12 days for talk and negotiations. So what is the function of this COP? So let's talk about the three functions. First is, in this, the review the implementation of the convention and any other legal instruments that the COP adopts. So these are very important deliverables. Second is, take decisions necessary to promote the effective implementation of the convention. So it includes the institutional or administrative arrangements, as there is a lot of diversity in the world, right? So different nations, different way of working, different administrations. So each country have to give a thought regarding how they can implement in their individual countries, right? That is also very important. So third is, review the national communications and emissions inventories submitted by the parties. So each party, each nation submits the national determined contributions and the inventories, so how much emissions they have prevented or what work they are doing. So the review of these all contributions also take place in this conference of the parties. Okay, so let's now move ahead and let us discuss about some of the history. So how it came into being, what this COP is. Okay, so first meeting was held in Berlin, Germany in March 1995, and after that each year this COP meeting is being taken place. And if we consider the previous biggest or the watershed moment for this COP or the global climate change movement, that was in Paris 2015, which was COP26, where more than 195 countries agreed to work together to limit the global warming well below the 2 degrees Celsius and aim for 1.5 degrees Celsius to adapt to the impacts of changing climate and to make money available to deliver on these aims. So one of the two important things actually happened in the Paris Agreement or the Paris Convention. So first was the ambitious goal of 1.5 degrees Celsius, unanimously accepted by all the nations. And second, it also talked about providing the finances to the underdeveloped or developing countries so that we can, as a world, we can work towards the resilience or how to manage this climate change scenario. So that was two important things that happened in Paris. And in 2015, all countries also agreed that after every 5 years they would come back with an updated plan which would reflect their highest possible ambition at that time. So after 2015, 2020 was the time when all these countries would present their updated plan. But due to COVID, it was not possible for the last year, and that's why the COP26 that is currently happening in Glasgow, that is having a lot of importance, right? So in Glasgow, let us talk about the basics of the COP26 that is happening currently, and with this graphic it will be very clear to you. Okay, so COP26 that is currently being held in Glasgow, that takes place in the Scottish Event Campus, SAC campus in Glasgow, and more than 197 states will be involved in that, and out of that 120 world leaders are there, with 20 to 30,000 delegates who will be attending these negotiations, these sessions. And as UK is the partner for this COP26, so UK wants that all countries to be more ambitious than they were in the Paris Climate Treaty, and we know that the Paris was a watershed movement in the overall climate change movement of the world. So it was a major COP that was held. So we are expecting, the UK is expecting that the COP26 Glasgow also becomes such a milestone into the climate change, world climate change movement, right? So let's move in the next, and that is why Glasgow is so important, right? So as we have discussed, Glasgow is the moment, it is delayed by a year due to the pandemic, when all the countries update their plans for reducing emissions, and this is the time when we will get the updated contributions, updated plans of the individual parties, individual nations. So that's why it is very important to see what we will get outcome of this COP26 at Glasgow, right? So after this, let us talk about the previous COPs, and here is one great resource that is I would like to share with you. I'll just close the previous tabs. Okay, so this is the website downtoearth.org.in, and where you can see all the previous COPs meetings. So you can see COP first, that was in Berlin in 28 March to 7th April 1995, and year on year, every year, these conferences being held in different parts of the world, and all world leaders came together to discuss, to deliberate on this climate change, how to move ahead, right? So this is one resource that I would recommend you to go through. And some other references that I used for this video, for the content that I delivered to you, is UNFCCC, United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, so which is very reliable source, and you can go through it, and that will definitely give you more insights regarding the climate change. So there is another report, the UK, another reference that I use. So as UK is one of the partners for this year, the host, so this is the point of view from the UK. And also there is one report, COP26 Explained. It is a report prepared by the UK, so that is also great to see. So I would recommend you to please go through this. And this was the UNFCCC website that I was talking. So every year's what was the climate change conference details, where it held, and every detail you will get over here. Okay, and the third resource is the report actually that I was explaining to you. So we will see this report in detail. Okay, I'll explain in another video this complete report. It is 25 pages report, COP26, and as the UK is hosting this discussions, so you can see the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, Boris Johnson's message, and all the details are there. So I would be really happy if you go through all these references. It will give you more insights, more understanding regarding these issues. I hope this video has been helpful to you to understand this COP, and it will motivate you to deep dive into this issue. All the references links are given in the description. Please go ahead, please watch the content over the official websites of UNFCCC. That will be really helpful. Thank you so much. We will meet next time. Till then, take care. Bye. Thank you.